I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my click. I need a 30 for 30. Oh, what it is, folks. We're back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in all of the game.
All of it.
Put it on something. Got my family here with me as always. As I told y'all online, IG Entertainment is a family business. So I got my brothers here with me. T, what the business is, man?
Man, as you can see, I want to point to the people behind that look behind me.
Oh, yeah. Show us what you got.
I don't ever tell them week to week.
Yeah.
I got the great Jill Scott behind me.
Shout out.
I got the great Amy Winehouse behind me.
Long live.
I got the man, the myth, the legend, Rick James.
Long live.
Rick James! I ain't gonna say that. And I got the great J. Cole right there between the ladies, between Amy and Jill, man. You know.
You need to put out a project, quit playing with these.
Been waiting on Cole for a minute. I don't know what he waiting on.
Waiting
on Christmas or something. I don't know what he waiting on.
Probably waiting on COVID to be over so he can tour with the release. Something
His
like that.
Studio good.
These boy want that money. JoJo, what it is, man?
What's happening, man? Just want the people to look behind me. Got the blank wall.
This one, that's just silly, by the way.
But I do got the Cube shirt on, though.
Oh, yeah.
Cube dropped a new record, too.
He did?
Y'all peep that? Yeah,
nah.
he dropped a new one on Tidal. Y'all got to check it out, man. It was straight. It was straight.
Yeah, cause a lot of folks were mad with Cube about, you know, what he do?
Was it the reparations thing?
No, something with Trump.
Oh.
But
you think he had to sit him out.
I heard him out. You know what I'm saying? I heard him out. He was just saying like, shit, I'm gonna meet with any motherfucker that's trying to get our people right. You know. Yeah. But he was like, I'm definitely not down with this motherfucker. I'm just down with my people.
Right. He did it different though.
He did it different. Right. Did it different. Well, see, we looking at what's in the back. I hope all y'all Dookies. All y'all Dookies that didn't call my phone. Adam Jones, what's happening, man? Brandon Weatherspoon, what's happening, man? Bobby Lee, what's happening? The Dookies have fallen. Y'all ain't contacting nobody, but that's all right.
They might not even get in the doggone tournament, man.
Yo, it's ugly. It's ooh, and I love it. But before we get into it, y'all see we lit in this motherfucker already. But before we get into it, I must tell you that this is sponsored by Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear makes a statement.
I got the original. The original.
No doubt.
I got the original.
We rep autism. We try to raise awareness about autism, not just in April. That's all year round. It's a family affair. Family affair. Appreciate that, T. Yeah. Y'all see what I'm doing? Unmute your motherfucking self. All right, speak your truth. To all y'all out there that thought that I was gonna shut up because Tom Brady done won his 7th Super Bowl. You a motherfucking lie. You are a motherfucker. Okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all why here tonight. But America, y'all saw the goddamn game. First half was basically summed up by this picture. That's what summed up the first half right there, America. If you watch the game, or let's say you missed the game, let's say you had to work. Okay, you couldn't get off work, and you just wanted to try to figure out, I wonder what happened in the first half, and how did the Chiefs get down so bad? They played some good defense, they got away with some shit, and the Chiefs didn't get away with shit. And that's Tom Brady congratulating his teammate right there. That summed up the first half for me. All right. But in terms of the whole game, I said it last week. I didn't want it to happen, of course. I didn't want it to happen. But down 2 tackles, and then they saying they had to move somebody here, moving against them boys. And we mentioned Shaq Barrett and JPP. We forgot to mention Sue motherfucking ass.
Yep, in that middle.
That's how stacked that front 4 is that we forgot about this guy who, y'all remember how he was coming out of college. Folks thought this man was going to be the next Warren Sapp.
A Heisman candidate.
Right.
At DT.
That defensive tackle.
Come on, man. That means that some bitch was wrecking shop. But I think his problem has always been with his effort or motivation or something like that.
And his egregious penalties. Using his cleats to cause injuries.
He done the leg drop on Aaron Rodgers and all that. So.
Oh yeah. He got Yeah, they got he a dirty motherfucker. But when he want to play some football,
when he want to,
he play some football. Now I tell y'all, somebody that probably earned themselves some money, y'all, is that linebacker. That boy White.
Devin White. Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
That's
He a little
something.
early. He a little early to the money. Was he in year 3?
yeah, I think he still might have another year though.
Yeah, he might need a year or 2. So
But
he
Shaq
probably
Barrett is about to get paid.
Shaq about to get
If
paid.
I'm Shaq's agent, if I'm White's agent, we might have to hold out. Cause I know we just won the Super Bowl.
Godwin too.
We might have to hold out to get some money.
Think about that. You know, Shaq Barrett was on a franchise tag this year now.
Mm-hmm.
And they franchised him after he just had a career year the year before.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he gonna want his money now for real.
I think they all coming back.
You think you gonna sign for less?
Everybody coming back.
That's that Brady effect.
I think everybody coming back. That's my take right now. Because you think about it. How can Fournette leave a man that said, "Hey man, you ought to be with me. I'll make you great." Tom told Fournette that. Tom said, "Go get that man. Bring him here." Fournette finally coming to fruition the way we've been waiting on him to come to fruition.
Right.
Boom, there it is. BA said, "Hell no, he don't fit." Tom said, "I got him. He'll be my roommate. I'll house him. I'll feed him. I'll make sure he's good. I'll clothe him.
I'll feed him and clothe
He said, "Take care of AB.
I'll take care of you."
AB come in.
Now AB most definitely gonna be back.
Model
Hey,
citizen.
look. Now look. I gotta give Tom Brady credit for that. Ain't nobody coached him better since Mike Tomlin.
Yep.
Cause AB still got to be crazy now.
Yep.
Okay, but
he ain't eating sugar and stuff now. Tom doing straight vegetables. Vegetables and water. That's all you get.
And that's keeping that boy bottled up. See what other observations you had from the game, man? Because I got some more pictures to show these folks. But you know what I'm saying?
All I gotta say is Kansas City. Y'all got your ass handed to you. It didn't help that you didn't have your line support. I really did think though I would have saw something different in the second half, but it looked like they did the same thing in the second half that they did in the first, and that don't help your cause none. So anytime your quarterback done ran for almost 500 yards, getting free, that's something to be said for what them boys did, man. That man was running. Look, I've had trash lines in college football, NCAA, when it was I've ran with my quarterback, so I understand.
Who the hell you had? Because
that was Central Florida, man.
Yeah.
That was Central Florida. I ran a lot.
Central Florida was the one that tried to claim that mythical title and shit.
We were trash. But I'm just saying, that man ran a lot with a bad foot. So my whole take from that game was they got 2 weeks to scheme. They had the people to scheme with. The secondary didn't have to do nothing more than just not get beat deep. That's it. Just keep everything in front of you, and it's gonna be all right.
They were having 2 safeties deep too.
They kept them deep, man. They were 15 yards back. So Todd Bowles came up with the perfect game plan, and the Chiefs did not know how to adjust against it. And they said, we ain't gonna let Tyreek nor Kelsey beat us. Figure out who else gonna get it today. And that's the bottom line. So shout out to the Bucs, man. I mean, I ain't gonna cap. The defense was on point. Brady did what he was supposed to do, and that was get the ball where it's supposed to be. He ain't got to do a whole lot in this game. Everything was rolling. So, granted, he got the MVP, but hey, man, that was a total team effort. That was 100% total team effort. And the Muggets off BA back now.
And you fuck with BA. You were high on BA for going all the way back to Arizona days. I think you used to talk to me about him, and he was rocking them Kangos and shit.
Kangos, man.
Yeah,
I gave him a little smoke, and I think that's partly because he's tied to Brady now, and that kind of just rubs me wrong. But BA is a really good guy. He's always been one of them guys that never seen color.
But I think your smoke was warranted, T, because with this roster, they should have won the damn NFC South. We've said it on this fucking show before. You know what I'm saying? So some of that shit that was going on earlier in the year, I wasn't one of them. We didn't let them off the hook for, oh, y'all didn't have no OTAs and all that shit. Nobody did. You know, whenever I give a fuck, and yeah, he's your quarterback switched teams, but you ain't the first. That ain't the first time that has happened. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think some of what you were saying was warranted. You know what I'm saying?
So he did it, man. He got it done, man. I appreciate BA for getting that one, man. I'm glad he got it. I'm glad he got it.
JoJo, what were your observations on the game, dog?
Well, first off, I think the heading down here, you should have had 2 D's right there because that should say the Bucs D dominated the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that Tom didn't do anything, but I'm saying with that type of game, Tom could have put up 10 and they were going to win. Like that's how bad it was.
No. I'm gonna do you one better. Jared Goff could have done just enough and it'd been okay.
True. Like I was looking at, man, these stats. Did you know KC had a total of 69 plays? The Bucs had 63. Total yards, KC 350, Bucs 340. That's pretty tight. Both had 11 total drives. Something that really stood out to me was penalties. The Chiefs had 11 for 120 versus the Bucs 4 and only 39 yards. Time of possession. The Bucs had 31 minutes, roughly. Chiefs had 28. Man, looking at these stats, I mean, looking at the stats, you would think, even though with the penalties, you would say the Chiefs would have won this game. That's why I'm saying it was the Bucs defense. And I mean, to have a front four like that and you don't have your 2 tackles, that is a recipe for disaster. Myself, I thought Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Jordan-esque, could have overcome that. I was clearly wrong. But this is what I will say. His wide receivers did not help him. The man was throwing dimes on his back. It was hitting him in the helmet. When have we seen Kelsey drop a pass? Tyreek drop a touchdown? Like, it just had the writing on the wall. Like, this is just meant to be. It's at the Buccaneers Stadium. Tom Brady then came. He's the savior. It's sickening to me. I can't hate too much. The man got 7. My franchise got 5 Super Bowls. He got 7. I can't hate it too much, but I mean, the Bucs defense as a whole should have been the MVP. I will say that.
Man, to your point, that goddamn defense was so fucking cold that they held them boys, like you said, only 9 points, and that team was averaging 30?
30, I believe.
Bro,
I thought you was finna go. Did y'all see towards the end of the game they was putting up backup defensive ends in, and they were getting to the quarterback?
Man, them reserve guys on that line. Like, okay, I watched before it all went to hell. One of the first plays on the first drive, motherfucker come off the edge. Might have been a blitz or something, but he was unabated, coming straight at Pat Mahomes. But Pat Mahomes got on down and went and got a first down. You know what I'm saying? Already, I'm talking shit to my brother Stanley. I'm like, you see that shit like that? That would have been a sack. That's Tom Brady. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I wasn't thinking that. Damn, it's gonna be like that every fucking drive. Like I knew it was gonna be a problem, but you know, cause I said it last week. But I ain't think it's gonna be like that. Like, goddamn, why you ain't making somebody chip these motherfuckers, or why we ain't getting some extra protection? Let's slide some protection. Let's do some kind of creative shit. Or this is one of my things. Now, before I say the bad thing, let me pick it back on what you said, JoJo, about some of the throws Pat Mahomes was making. Pat Mahomes is the most incredible quarterback I've ever seen. Okay,
Yeah.
most incredible quarterback, and I'm a Green Bay Packers fan who believes that Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. Okay, this motherfucker here, he did some shit in that game
That was crazy.
that I've never seen Aaron do. Okay, and I don't want to see Aaron have to be under this kind of duress to do the shit. I ain't saying I want to see it because no man should be out there having these motherfuckers chasing after him, and he had to do all this shit. No man should have to do all this shit. Look at this man.
That one in the middle is
that one in the
middle hit different.
That's what I'm talking about. That one in the middle.
Sack on none of these.
That was a dart, man.
A dart. He got it to the end zone.
Man.
Come on, man. These would have been sacks if the Chiefs, defensive line was getting after Brady like that.
It's a wrap.
All of these are sacks.
It's done.
No doubt.
This motherfucker greatness gave his players chances on these balls. That's fucking, but again, ultimate team game. Now, I gave you the good. I will say this. Remember, I told y'all I was watching some, and Pat Mahomes was like, "Oh yeah, I just started learning how to read defense."
Mm-hmm.
And I told y'all that kind of worried me.
Yeah.
And then I think one of y'all was like, well, if that motherfucker doing all this shit and he don't even know how to read defense yet, wait till he I don't know if Pat was reading things correctly out there, y'all. You know how you read the back end of the defense, of course, but also those great quarterbacks be reading where the blitz coming from, where it is, and they be knowing where they hot set, they get rid of that shit so quick. Brady's great at that. Brady probably better at that than Mahomes at this point in his career. He got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Should be.
He ain't gonna get away from shit.
Well, listen, let me tell you about that cover 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know people scream, "Oh, they sat in cover 2 the whole game." Let me tell people something.
They disguised a lot of.
I learned this from Matt. I don't care how great your cover 2 is, if you don't have that front 4 to get to the QB, that cover 2 can be beat play in and play out because you're gonna find a hole if the front 4 can't get there.
And there was a big hole in one of them plays. Like I'm talking about, they disguised the coverage. And matter of fact, it was that play. I think he tried to hit Kelsey, and Kelsey dropped the third down pass. The middle butt ass naked.
Yeah.
No receiver just went and sat down in the middle though. No receiver went to the middle. Ain't like Mahomes missed somebody. No receiver went to the middle.
Question though, do we blame Andy? Because it looks like I'm gonna tell you why I say that, right? And I get it. A coach that says we've been playing this way all year. We're gonna stick to it because we've been successful playing this way all year. When I saw their running stats, right? Mm-hmm. They had, was it 17 rushing attempts. It was 6.3 yards per rush. I felt like if that front 4 is getting that kind of pressure, have some draw plays in there. Throw some draw plays. Have Kelsey chip block, like you were saying.
You think he came into the game not believing he could do it because the Bucs were number 1 against the run all year?
He had to know that if you had just gotten 200 bills on your secondary weeks before, you had to know they were going to try to stop Tyreek. Tyreek should have been nothing more than a decoy in the first half. Straight up. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the MVP of the first half or whatever. But you do something to make the Bucs. The Bucs knew we got to stop these 2 guys. They didn't do Kansas City didn't do anything differently to say, all right, well, yeah, y'all worry about Tyreek. Y'all keep looking at him, but we're gonna do this over here. They didn't slip nothing new in. Was
Le'Veon Bell hurt, y'all?
They ain't going to.
I don't know, but I knew they weren't going there, man. Le'Veon done.
Okay, that's why I'm saying that.
He's done.
I'm asking that to say that, man, that's a hell of a fall from grace, man.
That is.
We were calling that man arguably the best. Okay, when everybody was saying Zeke was the best back in football, I used to say Le'Veon was better than him because of all the things Le'Veon was doing in the passing game and all that kind of shit. Le'Veon was a bad motherfucker, then he held out, tried to, be about his money, and that.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm starting to figure out for some of these players that we consider great. They were only great because of the system that they were in.
That was a
And
good
like
line. That was a good line in Pittsburgh.
and likewise with the Steelers run game, because I just saw Connor in that same run game and it doesn't look the same. So sometimes a back and a team just mesh well.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But
And
they
I
they
mean
could
that's
have used
they
a
really could
run game.
have.
I know
They really
their
could have.
run defense is stout, but letting them got that front four fire off on Pat Mahomes all night. I know his wife had to goddamn do some massaging his ass. They
And
damn
I'm
near
gonna tell
killed
you,
him on one of them.
I'm gonna tell you something. What else it brought up, and it pulled me back. Remember, I had Kelsey winning the MVP, right?
You did. You
Kittle
did.
is the best tight end.
Oh no, don't move off of it.
I'm gonna tell you why.
No, because
A
you
coach,
pissed
a
off
coach
49
knows
New
his
Station.
player. I could have missed it. I didn't see Kelsey chip all night, and he couldn't have because the defensive end lived in the backfield. I get he had 11 catches for 133, but clear it was empty calories. Like
It really
they
was.
needed you back there, like chipping, because
Kelsey can't do that.
so I'm back to saying Kittle is the best tight end. I just want to point that out.
Okay. Now, back to the pictures then.
What you got?
America. I don't like how Tom Brady trying to troll these boys out here. I don't like how Tom Brady be trying to get on this media, all shucks, all gee whiz, and he act like he missed Captain America in this motherfucker. But in these Instagram posts, he's showing y'all
Hold
who
up.
the fuck he is.
Go back. Let's go back.
Okay.
What did he say to Tyron
I don't know.
at the end of the first half?
I still don't know what was
I still
said.
don't know.
He come out with this long apology.
Right. Why you gotta apologize?
What did you say to Tyron that set him off?
Why he felt like he had to apologize?
Exactly.
Why Ty saying he can't repeat it?
Why?
That's the thing. Like this is so.
That's some weird shit.
Hold on, Tyron's still under contract, right?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to make sure he ain't trying to go to the Bucs. Is why he talking about he can't repeat it.
It might be.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't know, Joe.
Might have a point.
But I know this. I know I didn't like this from Tom Brady. This shit here was below the belt, and I ain't gonna let him get away with it. Stanley Lynn, I don't give a fuck what you say about it. I ain't gonna let him get away with this shit. Cause this shit here ain't nothing but some troll shit. How he gonna sit up here and then quarterback probably be a fraternity, right? Quarterback all the fraternity and shit, and he'll be trolling Pat Mahomes. Cause the man don't like how everybody talking about getting Pat Mahomes all this adulation. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something deep down, and I don't know if this is for every human or not, but you start to despise somebody that you feel like can supersede you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he feels like Pat Mahomes, he could be that guy.
Okay, if he put, we all love Mike Jordan, and we know who Mike Jordan is. Okay, we know how he felt about his competitors. I ain't got no problem with the glove. Clyde Drexler, it wasn't nothing like me. Woo woo woo. I can't see him doing something like this publicly though. Like with The Last Dance, they asked him. It's a documentary. They go on back, you know what I'm about. But during his career,
and it's not publicly, nah.
Like this shit. Especially when they ain't unless Pat disrespected him. No. Have I missed something?
No. When Mike
not that I know of.
When Mike got you, he got you. He knows that. When Mike done got you, I ain't worried about you no more. Mike, I've put you on my list. You have been scratched off. I got
you. And because it's basketball, he out there whooping that ass. Yep. Literally.
Yeah.
I'm on game 5 of the 92 final. He guarding Drexler every goddamn game. Brady, while this shit is going on, is sitting his ass on the bench.
Yep.
And so then you sit up here and post this shit when somebody can go dig up one of these goddamn defensive lines whooping your ass. We can go back to the 2007 Giants NASCAR package whooping your ass.
Or the Ravens.
That shit would look crazy. Oh yeah, the Ravens getting at it. Yo, hey, you know what I'm saying? That shit was a little crazy. Another picture here. I don't want to hear shit no more when I bring up how many top 10 defenses this some bitch had. Cause once again, he just had one this year. Once again, they dominated in the playoffs. Okay. And even Tom Brady knows how he has won these damn championships.
It is.
That's from his Instagram, America. So don't be in the comment sections no more saying shit to me. If I call in to the odd couple, Chris Broussard, I don't want to hear shit from you. You see this motherfucker even knows defense wins championships. And if you watch that game, you know damn well that defense is what did seal the deal. And that's what's done in most of his 7 Super Bowls. It's been that goddamn defense. But now, has he been a great quarterback? Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell y'all, and this may be controversial, but fuck it, just put it on something. I know why all this quarterback worship is going on. I don't like it, but I know why it's going on.
Okay.
They trying their best to hold on to that white male dominance in the game of football. They trying their best. And they looking at that defense, can't do it over there. You watch when they be introducing the damn defenses on Sunday Night Football, be damn near every team, y'all, everybody black. They can't do it at the wideout position because most of the guys that dominate the wideout position black men. Damn sure can't do it at the running back position because outside of the boy in Carolina, and then what? Peyton Hillis had one good year. They put him on the goddamn Madden cover.
Yeah.
That's how bad they want a white guy at the skill position doing something. But that quarterback position, they want to market the fuck out that quarterback. Because, see, it's making them uncomfortable that you got Lamar and that you got that Mahomes. And that's slick making them uncomfortable. I was listening to something and they made a good point. All the current black quarterbacks extraordinary. You ain't got a lot of the Nick Foles. You can't be a black Nick Foles for real and have a starting job for real like that.
Yeah.
Like
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod out gone. What's called who kind of slick like him? He about to go. He ain't about to have no starting job no more. He was just in New Orleans.
James?
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater. You know what I'm saying? Bridgewater he gonna end up being a backup.
Oh, they tried to go out after Stafford.
Come on, man. That's what they doing. They looked at what happened over there in basketball in the 90s with Michael Jordan. And they saw that David Stern made a shitload of money off of marketing a player over a team. The NFL say, you know what? Fuck this shit. We're going to start marketing this quarterback particular. And this is where we got the white guy so we can make our white fan base still feel good about themselves. And we finna elevate them motherfuckers. That's all I got to understand how you see these games. We used to see running backs get an MVP. Like I said, Derrick Henry should have got the MVP this year over Aaron. Mm-hmm. We've seen in the Super Bowl Brett Favre won. Desmond Howard got the damn Super Bowl MVP. Yep. Desmond Howard got the Super Bowl MVP. And one of them Super Bowls that was won by the Cowboys in the 90s, we saw what, Leroy Smith?
Larry Brown.
My bad. Larry Brown caught that interception and ran that bitch back. Okay, we've seen defenders get it. It's just like standard now. Yeah. Quarterback gonna get these motherfucking awards. Even though you see the team do the job in the ultimate team game. And they gotta stop this shit. Yeah. And black folks gotta stop buying into this shit. They helping these folks perpetuate that bullshit.
Yeah. Image is everything.
Image is everything, man. Just say that Tampa Bay Buccaneers, top to bottom, quite arguably was the best team this year.
Loaded.
Definitely loaded.
They loaded, man.
And kudos to them. But don't just be slurping this one dude when that team did a hell of a job. Now that he brought them together in terms of
I think he galvanized the troops.
That's the word. Perfect
Yeah.
word. Perfect word, because like when they said he told him, "What you crying for? We ain't done." That's good leadership.
Oh, I got a better one for you.
What's that?
They was on the bus before the game, and one of the guys on the original Tampa Bay Bucs team said to Brady and Gronk, "How does it feel to win to go into a Super Bowl without a scandal?" And it was like, and they laughed it off, like, it was funny because I guess they just took it light or whatever. But Brady and Gronk was kind of laughing about it and all that. But they was like, how does it feel to be in your first Super Bowl without a scandal or something like that? And it just kind of, I guess that team just kind of all.
I want to know who that player was.
He slick when trying to. The truth is in the joke.
I like that motherfucking team. We gotta get a put it on some reporter out here on the beat and try to figure this shit out. God damn, I like that. But no, though, slick real. It's slick real. But but the fact that he laughed that off, you know what I'm saying? That good team. I ain't never heard no teammate say nothing bad about him.
Because, I mean, he could have been like, who you talking to? I'm Tom Brady. Yeah. I'm the QB. You may not be on this team next year. So he could have,
he
took that route.
Told him what he did.
But
he probably told him what he did. He like, hey, look, I ain't gonna look between me and you now.
Man, hell yeah, I had to play them goddamn balls, man.
Yeah.
Sure,
I took an ounce and a half out.
He said that one, he'd be like, that ain't the first game I did it. They just decided to look that time.
Yeah, and I gotta give him credit too for being coachable. Like all these years taking that coaching from Belichick and then come down there and BA, but we're getting on his ass earlier this year.
Yeah, no doubt.
Somebody
that was different. That was different for him because Belichick didn't do it publicly.
Yeah, true that.
That ain't what BA said. BA say he told them boys, this was on Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay, talk to me.
BA said he was telling them boys like during the season, during practices, like, hey man, when you run your route, pump your arms, whatever, and come out that route and break and do whatever. Say sometime after that, Tom told them boys the same exact thing. They was like, okay, Tom, all right, Tom, we got it. We'll make sure we do that. Yeah. And BA like, man, I've been telling y'all this 3 weeks ago.
That's how it was in my locker room. That's how it was in my locker room, man. Me and Carlisle will say something to them boys, and they'll say we crying. That's what they used to call it. If we fussing at them, we're crying, which we used to hate that shit. We grown ass motherfucking men. Y'all saying we crying. But we would tell Nick, just when we talking to him, look, son, you gotta leave. Cause when you say something to them, they take that shit as gospel. Partly because they think you might put hands on them because you the player. They know we can't do nothing but fuss. But also they don't want to let you down out here. You know what I'm saying? That's real ass shit.
Right.
So I give them credit.
Kids be that way though.
Exactly right.
We can say the same thing over and over, and then somebody come behind us and say it, and then it's like the light bulb turns on.
Peer group. Yep. You want the acceptance and approval of your peer group even before you want the authority figure. You know what I'm saying?
And they better listen, otherwise they may not be there next year.
True that. So we just gave you the truth, America, on the Super Bowl. We gave our kudos to those who deserve the kudos. Shout out to Tom Brady for winning his 7th Super Bowl, 7th championship. If we go by championships, he has now tied Otto Graham. I made a post about that, and them Cleveland Brown fans happy that I pointed out that way long ago.
Right, long time.
They used to be a dominant franchise, but hey, if the NFL gonna celebrate their 100 years,
you including it.
I feel like I need to, so it's still impressive that in the Super Bowl era, you got 7 of them things. Tampa Bay now has their 2nd as a franchise.
Yeah, it's 2.
Feet to the fire. Do they repeat right now?
No.
I agree.
There's too many moving parts in the NFL.
Nope.
Too many moving parts.
Nope.
But we'll talk more about Pat Mahomes later.
Go. Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.